Hopefully the stream is back now. Yeah, but just it conked out there for some reason. I don't know why. Hopefully we are on. Are we on? Let me know on Twitch. Annoying. Black? Fucking back, that's supposed to say? Jesus Christ. Back in black. Here we go. I love streaming. I love how all over the place it is. Let me know if we're back. Okay, alright, my friends. Okay, so let's try this again. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. So yeah, that's three layers put together to create this kind of atmospheric, dark, moody thing. And again, it kind of harks back to the original version that we tried doing, which is drum and bass thing. I can't even remember where the project is, but I know it was drum and bass. So I thought those kind of moody, you know, sub-bassy things going on would be quite cool because, yeah, just to surround the vocal. And then on the vocal, I've got some reverb, this thing called Black Hole, which is really cool.
Skydiving. Bulletproof idiot.
Brody, shut up. Yeah, dog's here, by the way. Do you want to see Brody? Brody. Where are you, son? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. You can't be barking while I'm working. Oi. Oi. I've got loads of people here on the internet watching me make music and you're sitting there barking. He's got his own wee chair, studio chair next to me, which he just kind of lies on, but if somebody comes to the door and he's barking, and yeah, no barking, son. On you go. Chair. No. Lie down. You wouldn't see this happen to Armin van Buuren or Tiesto or anything like that, would you? Unbelievable. Right. So yeah, I've got some reverb, which is creating a kind of delay sound here as well, which is a slapback thing.
Skydiving.
It's just a preset. I mean, don't be scared to use presets if they sound good. A little bit of EQ on the vocal. There's a lot of bottom end in it. It's a really thick vocal, but there's a lot of bass in these sounds here, so I'm trying to just kind of not overplay the low frequencies.
Bulletproof idiot.
And the thing is, the vocal doesn't really cut through loads, so I've got this great plugin called Track Spacer. And what Track Spacer does is create space in tracks, basically. So we sidechain vocal, all these sections, the three bass sounds, which have been grouped up into this group called break bass. And Track Spacers then sidechain to the Stuntman vocal, and then you can pick the band, so we can like let the lows creep through, we can let some of the highs creep through, and then we can decide how much we want the EQ to dip out at a certain section. Just lets the vocal like really punch through in the mix.
Skydiving. Bulletproof idiot.
And it means that when the vocal stops playing, the rest of the music just comes in behind it. And before Track Spacer was a thing, you would have to do that with automating EQ or automating volume and stuff like that, using things like Vocal Rider and other plugins and stuff. It's just a headache, an absolute headache. The synth isn't actually Anna. I've seen somebody in the chat saying Anna's a great synth too. This is actually, I just called it Anna because it's analog. I'm using Contact, which is, I've got Analog Dreams, that's why it started, and then this other kind of analog sound, which is from a plugin called Bass Synth, which is phenomenal. Sort of pricey, but really fucking cool. And then the Reese bass comes from Serum. So it does. Which is really cool.
Sky.
And yeah, this is just a game changer. So it's great because, like I say, it cuts the music out at certain frequencies when the vocal plays, so it just shines through. But if you don't do it too intensely, it just kind of cups it almost. So the vocal pierces through, and then, like I say, when the vocal stops, the synths all pile through it, and it's so easy to set up. One of the most important plugins I think I use, right up there.
Sky.
So that's those parts, the kind of breakdown parts. Let's see what else we've got going on. I have got like some filter kicks that I made. Let's see. Some here. And then the lead sound, which is D-Tune lead, which was made in Spire, and it's just basic D-Tune super saw. Not a lot happening in that really on the saw itself. I've got a lot of plugins on a group, so I created a group with a sidechain trigger. So I'm trying to trigger the reverb, especially when it drops. But in the breakdown, the reverb's just washed over it. But I'll tell you what process I'm doing, so any of you producers can check it out. Dulce DJ has just pledged. Thank you very much, Dulce DJ. I really appreciate that. So, yeah, big love. Like I say, we can't do this project without your help, my friends. So make sure you get on the Kickstarter link and pledge now. And I'm started writing now just because I've got confidence that you're going to back it, and I hope you do, because if you don't, this has all been a waste of time. I'm sure I'll do something with the tracks, maybe release them on another label, but the label Lethal Theory only comes back with your backing. Simple as that. Right, so where are we? Detuned lead. Right, so here I'll play the lead on its own opened out. It's got a real typical Lethal Theory sound. Oh, Dulce DJ got the studio time. Oh, amazing. That's a big tier. And saying we will make a banger. 100% we will. As he is asking, any tips on massive wide leads but keeping them good in mono? Be careful with massive wide leads, because you think massive and wide means good. Not necessarily. Like, it doesn't always mean good. Like, a strong mono mix is super important. Listening to Darren Styles' track in mono, it sounds incredible, just nearly as good as it does in stereo. So been able to check your mono mix, and you can do that really quickly. I've got this little gain stage in rack I set up where I can put everything in mono just by twitching a dial. You can use the utility tool enabling as well. So this in mono. Strong. Stereo. So a couple of little tips how to do that. It's just basically checking out the settings here on. So I've got 3 oscillators on. There's 4 available on Spire. So 4 different voices playing at once. Oscillator 1 is wide as hell, and I've got it inverted as well. Oscillator 2, I've got that a different way, so the inversion is opposite. It's very wide too. And oscillator 3 is mono, so I've got a strong mono mix. So that's a really good way to do it, is if you've got multiple oscillators on a synthesizer, is have some wide and some not. Really simple, and then that way you kind of cover bases. And you could hear there, as soon as I flicked from mono to stereo with this little dial here, mono, still strong, and then flip it to stereo. If you're listening in headphones, you can really hear that. So that's one good tip. I'd just say be careful of any stereo enhancers. They are the devil, and they will, if you don't know what you're doing with them, good chance you'll make a mess. And that's why it's a good little plug here to get on my production academy, hustlemusic.pro, because I'm going to show you some tips today, but I really go deep into the weeds and explain everything systematically, and show you stuff like from scratch right through. You get all the sounds that we make in the projects and everything else. And yeah, the guys are learning so much, and it's great for me because I'll learn more as well to keep ahead of the game, and also like a lot of stuff that I almost forget to teach, or forget to put in my own tracks when I'm teaching. I'm like, oh, I forgot to do that. Like, I need to do that more, so it makes my production too good as well. Lunatic DJ's asking, inspired go-to lead synth. No, I've not really got a go-to. I like a lot of synths. Spire's great. For instance, I've set up a lead group for some stuff I'm going to work on in a bit. So I've got Serum, I've got June 3, Serum again, Spire, all for layers, and then I got Serum for a sub. I like Silent as well. The thing about leads is the synths. The synth doesn't really matter, and I used to always like ask, say for instance Downstairs brought a new track, or any kind of bigger DJs, and I would hear the lead, I'd be like, oh, that lead's amazing. What synth did you use to make that? Thinking I have to get that synth now, and it doesn't matter. Like, if you know anything about sound design and you know how to create a good sound, or even take a really good preset and mold it into what you've got. And this is the stuff that I show in my production academy. It doesn't really matter what synths you've got. There's like great free synths like Vital that we use in the production academy, where you can get just as good sounds out of than any of the synths that are going there. So it really doesn't matter what synth you use, to be honest. And the reason I kind of like layering up different synths in groups and stuff for layers is because they all have their own character. You could make the same D-tune lead, for instance, that I've got here, Inspire. You could make it in Serum, Silence, every synth that's going pretty much, and it would sound similar-ish, but it would be different enough that you could layer them together and have those little kind of characteristical differences that make them layer together a bit better, rather than like stacking up more and more of the same synth. So that's why I kind of it's nice to have a few synths, but I would say until you get to know like one inside out, don't bother buying another one. So don't just buy a bunch of VSTs just for the sake of it because you think it's going to save your tune, because it definitely won't. All right, so that was the lead. We'll talk about the processing real quick. Processing is one of the key things. In fact, let's just take all the processing off and we'll see how naff this actually sounds. It's very ropey with no processing. Pretty rubbish, eh? So I take all the effects off in the synth itself because it's just in case if I start layering anything up, that you want to have the effects all doing the same thing. So I'll go through here. I've muted the reverb. There's no delay on it anyway. The dry wet's down. There's no chorus. Phasers off. There's a bit of distortion happening, a bit of saturation, which colours the sound nice. Adds that kind of buzziness. It's a bit nicer actually. So yeah, it's pretty naff on its own. So what have we got happening under the hood? I've got a filter at the start, which is just a high pass and low pass, which I put at the beginning because I want the filter to react to the reverb and stuff. The reverb I've got happening, let's just show you my chain. So I've created a chain here. I've got Valhalla Vintage Verb, which reverb, and I've got some EQ on here as well. I should EQ that a bit better actually. And then what happens is I side chain it to a trigger, and the trigger is literally just playing the same notes as the melody, and it's literally just this clicking sample. But what I do is I route it to the sends only, so you don't hear any sound from it. All it's doing is triggering the reverb. So every time the sound plays, the reverb kind of cuts out, and it comes in gradually based on how I set up the attack and release. So get this kind of thing happening. Here it's just kind of jumping in every time the notes stop playing. It kind of sucks into the space, and you can really accentuate that with the attack and release on there. So it looks quite complicated, but it's actually pretty simple stuff. And I can shape the reverb around about the sound with the EQ. So you can hear just with reverb alone how different that sound is. Like getting the reverb right and tight rather than just washing it with reverb just makes that really boring detuned lead sound come to life. And then this is a free plugin, which is amazing, which is Ziffer's OTT, so it's a multi-band compressor. And really simple things I'm doing here. I'm just turning the depth up a bit, taking the time down a little bit. Got upward and downward compression across 3 bands here of EQ, and I'm just moving on for taste. There's no real science behind this. There is science behind it, but I'm not applying science to it. I'm just moving it till it sounds good. And if you switch it on, you'll see it jump to the front. Now what happens here is it brings through some bottom end that's unwanted, so I add an EQ, and I'm just like shaping the EQ here. We don't need that band, so switch that off, delete that. So I'm literally just cutting off any unwanted low frequencies, which you can see there's a bunch of them there, which isn't really the sound. I'm doing a little dynamic boost here, about 900 odd hertz, just to give it a bit more body, because it's quite a high synth. So you can see how that between the reverb, OTT, and put OTT after the reverb, which literally brings the reverb out a bit more. It's not just compressing the sound, but also compressing the reverb. And what it does is it compresses whatever signal is coming through the most, pushes it to the front of the mix. So just a little bit of that after the reverb is like, you know, it's just kicking in. So it's a lot of balance between all the levels. If you get it right, it makes it sound really pop. Sometimes I put the compressor before the reverb, sometimes after. It just depends on, you know, getting the sound right. And then EQing after, just to clean up the little bit of mess at the bottom, give it a little bit more boost and a little bit more body. And this is based on per track. It's not a go-to setting, because you can see here at the bottom, this Pro Q EQ, which is an amazing EQ, has got all this keyboard at the bottom of it. And those keys indicate the frequency as well. So if I click on key of F5 there, which this is kind of sitting at, it tells you the frequency is 698.46 hertz. And now if my track was, you know, 5 semitones up at C or whatever, or you know, wherever, if it was moved in EQ, this whole EQ curve I had would have to move with it. So very important not to just take these as stock settings and move them about depending on the track and what key it's in. After that, I got Soothe 2, which is an amazing plugin. Usually I would have to go in Pro Q and I would have to make a lot of cuts and get rid of any nasty sounds. Soothe 2 is just another game changer. That and Trackspacer are two of my favourite plugins because they just do clean-up jobs without loads of work. So they just make stuff a lot easier. It's almost like, I don't know, the sync button on CDJs. This just finds any unwanted frequencies and just cuts them out for you straight away. Just sidechains them out. Boop, gone. You see it reacting. And it's doing it across. I put it at the end of the chain and it's getting rid of everything. The bad frequencies in the synth and the processing and the reverb, and yeah, that's phenomenal. And then at the end I have Shaper Box, which is just doing a little dip when the kick drum comes in, just to make a bit of space so the transient and the kick can come through. So yeah, that's the lead. Hope that makes sense to anybody that's producers out there. Those that are not producers will be like, what is he talking about? Do not fret, as long as it sounds banging, eh? Shout to DJ Cypher in the house. Is only 36 minutes late. How we doing? Yeah, we're good. You've missed a load of important stuff. Let's get into. Well, I've not put any delay on this lead, so I'll do that before we get into showing you about the kicks. What I've done with the kicks. So yeah, I will do the delay pretty much from scratch, a bit like I've done with how the reverb sits. So I'm going to use Ableton's stock echo plugin, which is really cool, and I always put my delay before my reverb, so I'm just going to drop it in there on the chain before. I'm going to switch my reverb off while I do the processing because I want to just hear it on its own. And on my lead group, I'll just switch off Shaper Box. Okay, so you can hear that's really intense. I want it on ping pong. I'm going to bring the dry wet down, turn the feedback up a bit, and I'm going to just listen to it with it on and see what I think in terms of how it should sound. The dotted one's not bad. Let's try just straight one. That actually sounds a bit better, and I tend to pick how the delay is going to sound based on the rhythm of the note. So if the rhythm of the notes is doing one thing, the delay's got to have almost like a kind of counter delay to it. So again, this is how I pick my delays. So let's try maybe a quarter note. That's nice. Okay, so I am going to put this in a group. Oh, actually, let's put it in. We want to create a chain for it as well. So, yeah, so we're going to create a chain, and we're going to have the dry. So we'll just rename that dry. And the chain, we'll call that side chain. Rename. So the dry, that's got to sit on the side chained one, okay. And what I then need to do, I'm going to add an EQ on this. I'll use Ableton's own EQ. There is an EQ on this, but it's not the best. So I can then pick where the delay signal goes. And then I will add a compressor. Okay, we're going to bring the threshold down. Let's do it like this. So whack that down. Quite a harsh ratio. Mess about the attack. So I'm going to then add the sidechain and switch that on. We've already got our trigger, so we will find the sidechain trigger, which is here. Make sure it's on peak as well. So again, that just adds a little bit extra, and then we add the reverb after it. So yeah, it's all down to the processing. Sounding good. All right, let's listen to the kicks on their own, because you only heard this maybe if you checked it out on Facebook with the kicks not on their own. So I made, how many kicks did I make? How many kicks did I make? I think 4 in total. So the punch was made with kick 2, which is in a separate project, and the tail was made with serum, and then I bounced audio and warped it and distorted it. And so here's kick 1. So that's how the punch sounds. And then layering some bass over it, you get that. And then there's the reverb tail, like stretched and reversed in. What else have we got? So the kind of side kick, side trancey one, and I've got one with a talk over it and a reverse bass. Still get the same punch, and it's a version of that other bass just stretched out. Pretty cool. I really like that one. Then we've got a kind of raw one. Oh, I forgot there's the gated one. And then the raw one. And they're all using the exact same punch, and then just slightly different tails and talks and stuff that I made and just layered together. And then just sitting under that riff, all the melody does, it plays this little simple, 3-note melody, 1, 2, 3, 3 or 4 note melody, and then the second time through, it plays an octave higher, and then the kicks just change underneath it. So let's see it on
Bulletproof
in action. Now you know all the parts. Percussion, let's just see percussion. I've got a clap that I made in Serum. Snare build, 1 snare build, 2 snare builds, working together. Could probably do with panning these a bit, so I'll pan one left, one right. It's quite nice. Clap going along with that. And then what I've done as well with the bass sounds is I put Vengeance pitch shift on, so they go into a riser. I just put a long straight note and then I filter them out, so you get this. Where is it? And that does that. So yeah, and then my filter kicks. So let's say I play it for the top. Hopefully now that you've had all these sounds kind of in action on their own, you'll be able to start picking them out as the track plays, as one.
Our story of one man. A man searching out danger. Looking into the eyes of death. Confronting fear face to face. His motto is to go hard, live fast, and die young. He's a car crashing, train jumping, skydiving, bulletproof idiot. To his mother, he is known as Eugene Fordyce. But to us, he is known as Stuntman. Go hard.
Change the kit.
Bulletproof idiot. Stuntman.
So yeah, this has been just a pure jamming session really at this stage. I've not really thought about the track is I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I've just worked around what I've had, and like I keep kind of building more sections until I'm like, yeah, this sounds cool. I like this opened out actually. This really cool, that man. And that's just stretching all the audio, so I get like a bass in and then just stretch it out and everything. Really cool. So I think we need like another section. Like I'm going to use that, kind of leave this to the side, almost like you're making a cake or something. You make like the base or something, and then you just leave it and you go and work on the icing or whatever. So I've kind of grabbed this lead group which I've used in another track just for a starting point. So this is one of the sounds that's actually going to be in the Rave Riot Serum sound bank, which is of course part of the Kickstarter if you buy that tier, and this is only available to people who buy that tier, and this is the ultimate super saw that I've made, which is really cool sound, man. And if I show you what I've done, is for the super layers in there, it's a bit of a mad one. So I've used the chaos functions and I've turned the rates all the way up. You see it without it, it's pretty naff. Because what I've done is I'm only using, if you look at anybody that does a super saw, they usually create a lot of voices and one or more oscillators, and then turn the unison all the way up to get this detuned effect. Whereas I've done it another way, where I've just created these chaos sections. I've turned them up a bit with the coarse pit. I've got a noise oscillator as well, and I've attached a subtape to it, and you get this sounds really kind of unique. It's fat as hell because it's only just one voice, so it's straight down the middle. So it's a great kind of character lead sound, and then I'll have backup sounds for underneath it. So I've got this kind of other super saw sound, which is a bit more the usual way of doing it. And this is in June 2, which has got two oscillators. Just you can see here a bunch of voices, just detune the shit out of them. Really cool, and you can hear the processing on it. That group's doing a lot of damage. On that group, I've got similar kind of processing as the other group. I've got Pro MB multiband compressor, Oxford Inflator, which is a great plugin. I sometimes forget about that. It's really old but really cool. Bit of EQ. Should probably EQ some bottom end out. And they have reverb and delay. So yeah, and then shaper box for when I need it. So they're all kind of key things that I do on most of these kind of lead groups throughout. So that's June. We've got this chord, which is another sound I've created exclusively for the Rave Riot pack. So it's just a backup kind of chord synth, and then I got another kind of higher layer, which I don't know if I'll use, but that's in the previous sound I've done, previous project. And then a sub bass to sit underneath the whole shebang. Yeah, how would I write a lead going out of that? So I need to kind of think. I'm kind of writing on the fly here. Let's see where we're at.
Idiot. Stuntman. Our story of one man. Stuntman.
So yeah, I'm creating a bit of space. I think we need a boom effect or something just to set us up. So I'm going to go with my favourite samples. Just grab an impact sound for now. These folders here, these favourite samples, these are things that I just I know work. So this is a Cashmere pattern, and sometimes at the end of the project I'll go back into places, but just to get me moving I'll use similar stuff all the time, whereas I used to sit and agonise over these kind of really simple sounds, for transitions and stuff. I just get one that works, don't stress it, and then go back at the end and, do the details.
Stuntman.
See, that sounds great. It sounds great on everything. That I've got that impact in so many songs.
Stuntman.
So, I mean, I'm thinking, this might be. I don't know how the melody's going to come out of this. We need to write a chord structure first, I think. Shout out to Carolina One, who's saying, kind of mind it all. Please don't forget to host. Yeah, thank you. Please host this on your Twitch. Yeah, if you're on YouTube watching this, please head over to Twitch if you want to get involved. I'm not reading any of the comments on YouTube because it's just too many screens to have. But I've got Twitch down here on my iPad. So, if you want to ask any questions, whether it be about the Kickstarter project, Lethal Theory, I've had some really good questions from the guys on Twitch so far, both production-based and based on the label. So keep them coming, man. I'm going to be watching this the whole time. So please, and it doesn't have to be based on that. Any questions you've got and, about the music and gigs and everything else, then please, feel free to ask me questions. That's what I'm here for, to speak to you guys. So yeah, we've got a wee impact in there. Boom. I'm going to create some chords. So let's. I'm going to grab Nexus because it's super easy for just cool sounds instantly. And there's a pluck sound that I use quite a lot just for getting chord structures together. In Petto, I think it's called. In Petto. Let's see. There we go. I'm trying to remind myself what key this is in. I think it's G or something. I do like the key of G. I've always written a lot of stuff in G. Don't ask me why, I just like it. So yeah, let's see where we can go chord wise. Something that's got to make sense coming out of what's happened before.
Stuntman.
Could keep it quite moody, couldn't we, perhaps?
Our story of one man. A man searching out danger. Looking into the eyes of death. Confronting fear face to face.
And do you know what? You're going to probably hear me humming really badly or singing really badly because I put something like this as just a kind of stock sound to create some atmosphere, and then ideas just start maybe flooding into my head, and if they don't, then I'll do what's called janitorial work, and I'll do EQ or maybe work on some more percussion, just stuff that's easy until I get the kind of ideas coming into my head. So I'm going to take more of the vocal because I've got the timing pretty good on it. So
our story of one man. A man. Our story of one man. A man searching out danger, looking into the eyes of death, confronting fear face to face.
I think the melody's probably going to start about there.
Face to face. His motto is to go hard, live fast, and die young. He's a car crashing, face to face, face to face, face to face, face to face, face to face. His motto, face to face. His motto is to go face to face. His motto is to go hard, live.
I'm hearing something in there.
Face to face. His motto is to go hard, live fast, and die young. Face to face to face. His motto is to go hard, live fast, and die young.
That's what I'm hearing it going.
He's
got a discrepancy here. No, it's landing in a weird place. That's why it's kind of mucking me up. So if I just keep my loop section into an 8-bar section, then I can make that right. So this has got to be duplicated. And change the colour of that so it's easier to recognise when it changes.
Face to face.
So
his motto is to go hard, live fast,
That's not quite right.
Face to face. His motto is to go hard, face to face. His motto is to go hard, live fast, and die young. He's fast and die young. He
I think that's gonna be C.
Fast and die young. He's a car crashing face to face. His motto is to go hard, live fast, and die young. He's a car crashing face to face. His motto is to go hard. Car crashing face to face.
Sounds a bit weird at the end. It's got a bit there, I think. So this is like a real rough chords. Rough chords.
Face to face. His motto is to go hard, live fast, and die young. He's a car crashing face to face. His motto is to go hard.
So I kind of try to hum the melody first, and then let's
confronting fear face to face.
So what I'm doing here is I'm looking down at my keyboard here, which is just down here, and I try to kind of first of all like hum the melody roughly in my head, kind of the notes that I want to play, and then I find the notes that are good and just kind of splay my fingers across them and make sure I'm not touching any of the crap notes, and just try to get some sort of rhythm going. The simpler the melodies are, the better they kind of get reactions in the dance floor, to be honest.
Confronting fear face to face. His motto is to go stuntman. Our story of one man. A man searching out danger. Looking into the eyes of death. Confronting fear face to face. His motto is to go hard, live fast, and die.
Yeah, I've got something kind of coming in my head. Sounds horrendous. I should choose my words more carefully.
Face to face.
So it's coming in kind of offbeat. So let's set our quantize to 8.
Face to.
Cody's giving me the look. What is it, son? Can I help you?
Face to face. Face to face to face. Face to face. Face to face. Face to face.
I mean, it's almost seemed too simple just doing those like notes, but sounds kind of good.
Face to face. Face to face.
I'll switch a little headphone button on so I can hear the notes they're playing. Now I do play stuff in sometimes, but I kind of got back in the day. Who remembers a thing for PlayStation called Music 2000? I used to like make loads of tunes on that, and I got really good at just drawing the notes in. So as much as I can play, I'm grade 8 on piano. Like I just with these kind of melodies, I kind of hum it and then almost just compose it in.
Face to face. His motto. His motto is to. His motto is to. Motto is to go home. Face to face. His motto is to go. Face to face. His motto is to go hard, live fat. Face to face. His motto is to go hard, live face to face. His motto is to go hard, live.
It needs a little lead in there.
Go hard, live fast, and die face to face. His motto is to go hard, live fast, and die young. He
change his key there, so we'll change the note.
Die young. He's a.
Where key does it go to on there? This is a really cool thing about Ableton. You can do this with a few DAWs, but I just open up both the root note and the melody, so I can see it changes here. I changed that from the first phrase, so I'm just going to make sure they match in the chord.
Die young. He's a.
What's that one? D sharp, D sharp.
Young. He's a.
That's nice, actually.
Face to face. His motto is to go hard, live fast, and die young. He's a car crashing face to face. His motto is to go hard, live fast, and die young. He's a car crashing face to face. His motto is to.
So really simple at this stage, and I just kind of get the roughness in, and then I start thinking about like where else can this melody go, like what else can we add, can we make some of the notes longer, put some bends in. So I just shortened all the notes a bit, and then I'm going to maybe try some bends, some pitch bends. Let's just make sure the pitch bend on the super saw, we've only got -2, we want to have at least a -5. Oh, pitch bending. Sounds like it's pitch bending the wrong way. Do you know what it is? It's that chaos thing that's on that. It makes it really difficult to pitch bend that. Yeah, might not have to deal with that on this. We could do it with something else. Let's see. So let's take that off.
Motto is to go.
That one needs to be longer. I mean, that's only 2 layers. It sounds pretty cool. Let's look at the chord lead. So this is where things get a little bit more interesting. I'm going to take the low notes that I created with the Nexus thing. I'm just going to... This Nexus thing might not even stay in the track. It's pretty cool, but I use this a lot just as, like I say, an idea factory almost. So I'm going to take those low notes, the root notes of the chord. Did you see that's filled out nice? It has, hasn't it? Just again, like if you've got good sounds that you've used already, just don't be scared to reuse them. You can always like tweak them afterwards. And it evolves, like this kind of lead setting that was in a different track. It'll evolve as I think like that doesn't work in this setting. Maybe change out one of the layers, and then it becomes its own unique thing really quickly. So don't stress about that. As long as you're not like completely recreating what happened in other songs. Lots of artists do that, and it's not necessarily a bad thing if you've got you're creating your own sound. Then you know. So I'm going to take these down to the root note, the rhythm, and they're going to sit there. Hold on, let me do it like this. There's a better way to do it. So what we're going to do is we keep the rhythm here, and we're just going to put. I'm going to put everything on at the same note. So this is a really cool little technique that a lot of artists do. You want to make that kind of lead. The lead sounds pretty big already, but we want to make it sound even more epic, and we're going to do that by use of making a chord lead. So we're going to take this down. I'm going to just copy. I'm not going to move them down onto this note here, but I'm going to copy these settings up to a higher octave. So I'm going to make sure the first one's on G. These ones here are going to go up to A sharp. Then here is going to correspond to here and go up to F. That's going to go. It's on D sharp already. That's great. Those two will go to F. Again, this will go to G. These will go to A sharp. And they're going to C. And they're on D sharp. And they're on F. Alright, okay, so I can get rid of all of this now. So this is my root note of the chord. And it's in the rhythm that we've got. Oh, why do I keep doing that? Trying to grab something else. Okay, so we're going to create the chord of these by just using the thirds and fifths. So I think it's a minor. So A sharp would be a D and an F. So I'm inverting some of the chords. I'm doing like that. I'm going to get them as close to each other as possible by inverting some of the chords. So F, A, and C. That would be A sharp and G. And that just copies. I might invert some of these just when I'm going to get them in first of all, and the chord, and then I'll figure out what needs to stay and what needs to go. That'll be a minor, I think. Minor chord C. D sharp is G and A sharp F. F A C. I'll probably fire them up an octave just by using shift and up and down. Really handy just to get. I want the chord to be quite high because I'm thinking about the layers that we've got already. The original Super Saw sound is it's high but not like super high, so we want the leads just to kind of sit the chord to sit a bit higher. Maybe that would be an E, is it? I like that in the major, actually. Maybe that higher. Let's try all this bottom layer up higher. Oh, something going really weird in there. Might be the pitch bend, I don't know what it is. Okay, what we got? Just need to tighten up this reverb a little bit, it's a bit messy. So I'll get my compressor. Make sure it's going to the right trigger. Let me just double check. So I've set up another trigger track on here. Yeah, we'll go call that lead. Set chain trigger. Just good housekeeping here, so I know what is what, and I always make my trigger just a innocuous colour. You hear that reverb really sucking in now, so the tighter I get that, the better. This, it sounds a bit weird, the chord thing. Oh, what's going on there? See that bending away down at the end there? What is going on with that? Okay, it's time to kind of make some of the sounds stand out a bit in the group, so I'm using OTT just to bring these out a bit. The main super saw, the first one. That sounds pretty cool, man. I hope you agree. I'm quite happy with that so far.
Our story of one man. A man searching out danger. Looking into the eyes of death. Confronting fear face to face. His motto is to go hard, live fast, and die young. He's a car crashing, train jumping, skydiving, bulletproof idiot. To his is known as Eugene Fordyke.
Yeah, pretty cool, man. Let's just try the sub bass. We'll try and get that right on this. So I'm taking the chord. I'm utilizing all the, like, I've done this really simple MIDI part, and I'm just messing around, adding, moving the MIDI in another track and then just changing some of the notes. Lunatic DJ's asking what filter do you use, Joey? On this one, I'm literally just using this easy filter, which, if you look at the chain, it's just the two auto filters that are part of Ableton. I've got a bit of resonance peaked on the low pass, so you get this nice, resonant kind of Lethal Theory-esque filter, and then a high pass and a low pass, which I put this on most channels, man, for transitions and stuff. It's really cool. I've got tons of filters, but this is it's just it just works. I spent fortunes on filters, but that seems to do the job. So I need to take it starts in G, doesn't it, and then it goes to F. So then it goes to, I can't remember what chord it goes to next. Let's see. I need to follow the root note. So if we do it like this, this would be an easy way to do it. There's my sub. So I'm just going to bring these ones down to there. These ones to here. Oh, make sure I bring them all. The ones to there. I'm just following the root note at the bottom. It goes there. These go up there. Get rid of all that. Click them. Bring this down. Bring it all down. Bring it all down. There we go. That goes up here. That goes up there. These come down here. And then we just figure out like where the sub needs to be sitting. It's still too high. That's cooking a little bit hot into the red there, so I'm just going to bring all of this down a bit. I can bring the lead channel up, the group channel up. Okay, I like this sound, but I'm going to just create a Shaper Box, an amazing plugin, so I'm just going to create a little bit of air. I just want this to have the rhythm, but not the bass, because we've got a sub bass. Too crackly there. We'll try some drive. It's nice. So I'm using this EQ on the group to just try and bring a wee bit extra out the group. I might also, what else was I going to add? I had something else I was going to add. There's another EQ I was going to add at the end just for a little bit of air. And that is going to be the passive EQ from Native Instruments, Soft-Tube, Native Instruments. And just 12K, I'm just going to turn up the high. That sounds great. I really like that. We're going to keep that plucking because I like the pluck just sitting underneath. It says here, the boosters, greetings from Spain. Greetings, my España friends. What's DJ Builder saying? Why can't you put the sub on top? I don't understand what you mean. The sub is there. Let me have the sub. Do you mean? But what do you mean by on top? If you can elaborate on that, that would help, my friend. Oh, and thanks to Seze for subscribing with Prime, much appreciated. That's awesome. Yeah, that's a start. That's definitely a start. So we'll maybe create some pads and stuff to go underneath this, just to add a little bit more oomph. Again, like kind of background sounds. I don't overthink it. There's for instance, I got this plugin Hive, which is amazing, and I hardly touch anything on it. Like, I mean, there's loads of great sounds on it. And with the pads, I've never got beyond the first pad. It just sounds great. It's great for this kind of breakdowny stuff. Lovely. And again, I can just take what I've... Well, that was me playing there, so you can see I can play. I don't know if it's just lazy or just used to... I don't know. I enjoy playing, but also I like separating the tasks, you know. I do enjoy just scoring what's in my head. So, yeah, we're taking this chord structure. We'll maybe keep the root note. We'll fire it up an octave, first of all. What we could probably do, actually, is take the chord thing we've done, because there's all the chords sitting. So copy that, Command and C, copy that, bring it down here, and we'll just paste it in. Oh, so Builder's saying you drag the chords down and put it over the sub bass. I know, right? Let me explain again what I actually done. I took the MIDI of the chords because I have the rhythm of what the chords are playing, and I want the sub bass to follow the rhythm. But then I changed the notes. I get rid of all the chord notes and I only keep the root notes, and I follow the root note that I've created from the original pluck. Does that make sense? So it's the rhythm of the chords, but it's following the root note of the original pluck that I added. So that's what I'm doing with the sub bass. Hope that makes sense. So you get this. It's just one note at a time, the root note. And then the leads, the chords. Chords playing 3 notes at a time, and then the top lines, 3 different top lines, are 3 really distinct sounds. And we could probably add some like harmonies with those as well, to be honest. If we we'll just label these and we could do that as well. So that's Super Saw 1. That's June. We'll just for shortness, I'm just going to call them what they are just now. Over here as access. And it's important to have everything kind of labelled and colour coded just to keep yourself right, especially when you start doing stuff like this. So that's chord, that's a sub. I'll keep that colour. We'll put June. I don't know. I'm just changing them slightly so when I open them up together, I can see like a difference in the midis. So they're quite different from each other. So when I do that, I can see these, different bands, and everything layered up has got a different colour. So yeah, I was going to look at maybe doing some harmonies with these 3. Maybe just at these longer notes would be cool to do. And I want the the harmonies, you need to be careful. The main one I want to make sure, which is Super Saw 1, just plays the same note, so it's probably going to be the 2 layers actually that we're going to mess around with, June and Access. Now we could maybe put that to a D. It's maybe too high, that one. Let's try that one at D, or maybe B or G sharp. That's nice. I could go to an A. D sharp, we could go to G. Oh. I think I copied that rather than just moving it. Yeah, that's better. That's C there, isn't it? Go C. Nice, add some drama. Excellent. Just, yeah, love that. So thank God, who was asking about the sub? DJ Builder, because what you've done is now reminded me what I needed to do, and added that really cool harmony, and I don't know if I would have done that without that question, so thank you for that. Let's see what we got. Tech DJ saying, is Access a virus? No, it's just the name of the sound on... I think it was called something else before, maybe it was, I don't know. I've not got my virus anymore. It's not compatible with my Mac, unfortunately. It sucks, but I can live without it, to be honest. I didn't use it that much. Just the soft synths are so good these days. So yeah, with this, Ceci's asking, I hope I'm pronouncing that. Is it Ceci or Cezi? Ceci the Boosters. Have you always worked with Ableton? No, I started with Cubasis back in the 90s. Then I moved to Cakewalk. Then I worked with Reason, Music 2000 on PlayStation. What else have I used? I've used Logic. I've used PreSonus, Studio One. Back to Cubase. Ableton, I've just kind of always gravitated back towards Ableton because I just find it the quickest to get ideas down. And every time I go to move to another DAW, because I don't care what DAW I use as long as I get the results. They've all got the pluses and minuses, but I think Ableton's just the quickest for getting stuff down. And it's the easiest to learn as well. So if you do join my production academy, we'll be working on Ableton, and it's a great thing about Ableton is to do a 90-day free trial of Suite. So 90 days is a long time, especially if you're getting stuck into it. You can really figure out if this is the one for you. Even if you use another DAW, go and give Ableton a try. And it's really simple. It's just drag and drop everything. There will be, if you do use another DAW, you'll probably think, oh, there's some things, I don't like. But it's just you get stuck in these habits. It's just pulling yourself out of those habits. And as soon as you do, you realise that it doesn't really matter what you're using. It's just as soon as you learn how to navigate some of the menus and stuff like that, which there isn't too many in Ableton, which is I love. Everything's just there, and you just move it, drag it and drop it. So I teach on Ableton, and I find that I get the best results from teaching on that also. And most of my students that have been on the academy have all made the shift. So yeah, I strongly advise getting into a bit of Ableton, my friends. It's bloody awesome. That should be there. So I'm just taking the chord lead that I had, and I am creating a pad using the root note and the chord structure that I had, and we'll see how this sounds. So I'm doing all this without even listening. Let's see. Let's move a root note down a bit. We'll maybe take the high notes down, because what I want to do is not have it copying like where the notes run exactly. So this is a real cool little function to do is to maybe copy your MIDI from something else, but then just move things an octave or two down, you know, like, so I'm taking the top notes and I'm just moving them down an octave, so I'm creating a kind of warmer feel in the middle, because we've got the low pad, low sub, we've got the pluck that's sitting kind of in the lower mids, we've got all the high leads and everything. So I'm thinking with the pad, we don't have to hit the real low or the real high frequencies, we can have this kind of mid warmth going on. That's nice. There we go. Don't even know if it needs those notes, to be honest. Let's just move that down an octave, and then I can move all of these up an octave. That's better. Gets a little bit crazy when it opens right up, so I'm going to grab track spacer. I'm going to throw it, is it on this? I'll throw it on the leads, because I want to just create some space, so by using track spacer, funnily enough. Route it to the lead group. It's the wrong way, so I need to do it from the lead group to the pad. See what I mean? I just dragged and dropped it from one chart to another. It's super simple, whereas the pad, it's high. That was the wrong way as well. I need to do it that way, yeah. So, is it lead group? Let me think. Pad to group. Yeah, I just want to hug. So, this is a high and a low cut, and I just want to hug with leads at its most prevalent. Lovely. We've got a question in here. Hey Joey, any work with Kurt in the future with Lethal Theory coming back? Seen he's coming back at a festival this year. Yeah, I've spoke about it. You must just be joining us now, because we spoke about that earlier question from someone near the start. I can't remember. I need to scroll up too much. Yeah, Kurt, I've been talking to him quite extensively about coming back and doing stuff for the label, which he's excited about. He has been working on an album for quite a while, and but yeah, he's getting back into doing some gigs. Seen him gigging loads of cool gigs, actually. I've seen him all over the place, and yeah, he's really keen to get back and do some work with the label, as am I. So yeah, hopefully we will have some stuff. It does take a lot of time over his music, I will tell you that right now. And well, the results speak for themselves when he takes so much time over it. But yeah, I really hope to have some stuff from him in the future. But again, Lethal Theory, him coming back, all the rest of it only hinges on all yous kind of pledging for the Kickstarter. We can't get the label going again, we can't get all the artists involved again if you don't pledge. So if somebody, I think Cypher, my wingman, if you could please just paste that in again, the Kickstarter project, so people can grab that. And yeah, any of these production tiers, or you know, all these sounds that I'm making, presets, sample packs, the Production Academy, you know, get on board. We're here to learn, bring through. We'll make the next cut, you know, out of you guys. So yeah, so I'm going to add just a filter on the pad, which is already there, so that's handy. Very nice. Okay, so we're going to create a bit of drama, and so when the lead drops in, I mean, we'll figure out how it sits arrangement-wise later. I don't worry too much about that at the moment. Okay, let's see. HCE podcast saying that's amazing. I hope the goals reached on Kickstarter. I'll definitely put I definitely put what I have towards it. Thanks, mate. Nice one. I really appreciate your support there. Thank you very much. We can only do it with you, so the label's always been about the people. So this is our pad, so we'll just name it so I know what it is. And we'll have it setting up here. Okay, so I want to create a bit of drama when all the leads come in, everything on its own. And so here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to bounce the lead down to audio like this. It's another cool little trick. So you producers out there, pay attention. It takes a little bit of work, but it sounds amazing every time. And you hear it in most, contemporary, modern day hard dance, or most genres do it these days. Let's see. So let's just record this in. Oh. So lead group, let me make sure that's switched on. So I'm setting the input to lead group, so it's recording everything that's in this group. That's all I need. I literally just need that first note. That's it. It sounds super dry there because the reverb's all sidechained to it. But so I'm going to reverse that. You'll probably know where I'm going, some of you guys. I'm going to put a reverb on it. One of my favourite big reverbs, Black Hole. Throw it on, it sounds amazing straight away. Get that big tail. So I'm going to create another audio track. I'm going to set my extension in from 25. So we're recording this reverb tail. There she goes. You little beauty. And we'll just cut that. Doink. Now, the melody doesn't come in straight away, which is nice. We've got this little space. So this is interesting because what I want to do is create a bit of tension before it comes in. So I might create 2 reverse reverbs. And what I'm going to do is just this reverb that I've created, this tail. I bounce it down to audio, so consolidate that. Turn it up a bit, and it is. We'll reverse it just by hitting R. There she blows, and we get this, which is great. And what I need to do is kind of switch everything off at the point where the thingy comes in, the melody comes in, just before it comes in actually. So I'm going to kind of switch off all of this. Just switch that off there. So we switch the whole channel off, so it switches off all the effects, and then I'm only going to bring it in here, so I'm going to get no delay or reverb or anything happening in this space, which is exactly what I want. So it means the reverse reverb's got real space to breathe in. And this has got to switch off as well here. Even the pluck, that's got to go too. Let's just move our clap. We don't need the clap there, maybe. Okay, it's pretty cool. What I'm going to do is group these up, my pluck and my pad. I'm going to call this a break group. I do acronism, everything. Acronize, is that word? I don't know. I just make it easier to see on the side. So I'm going to put a filter on this, on the group, my little easy filter, yoink. I'm going to high pass this stuff out. So it's just about creating the drama and just everything kind of dissipating into nothing before woof, impact. So get this nice. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with how that reverb's sitting. We could try, a couple of things with maybe pitching it in. Could be cool. Let's just go to complex. We'll put transposition modulation, which literally just means pitch shift. And then we could maybe put some wobble on it by putting a pan. Let's see, audio effects. Go for auto pan, and we will turn the rate right up. We're going to just create our own little, almost like an LFO pan. Now, I think we're going to add another. Is there a filter on this already? Yeah. Okay, let me just sort this filter out on it. That's that one, envelope 2. Okay. I'm going to make this more plucky. I'm just going to switch this off in a moment. Yeah, kind of about one more delay on this, so let's just get a good old friend echo. Just in this breakdown part, I want it to be really popping about, so. Let's put it to 8th maybe. Dotted. I think the filter's causing that issues. Ah. Not doing what I wanted to do. Let me just see. Try just normal delay. And then it's going to get switched off at that point. It's just for the breakdown. I want it to be really intense. I don't know if you can hear Brody yawning through the microphone there. You yawning, son? So, DJ Cypher saying I'm going to be humming this tune for a while. Lunatic DJ saying that's screaming out for a talk kick before the melody kicks in. A talk kick before the melody kicks in. What, back here? Maybe put the filter kick in there. So yeah, I think that's maybe what you mean. Gong gong king gong. What I need to be careful of is the reverb not being able to be heard, which is really an important part of it. Hey Brody, how's it going, mate? Let's chop this up a bit. Sorry, I meant that instead of the Kashmir impact. What here? Oh, like a ding. I know what you mean. Yeah, yeah. That could work for sure. Yeah, we could try that. That could be pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, I did say like that impact's a kind of placeholder. So, for instance, it's in G. So let's we're gonna go. I'll just find a hardstyle kick in G. Let's see, hardstyle. Anyway, I should be at the top. There we go. Kicks. Let's get maybe something like this in G, because it doesn't really matter what kick you use because it's going to be affected up loads. So we'll get our black hole plug in. Then we can do like a reverse reverb into it and stuff. Turn the mix up. Hey, doggy. I think my dog needs to go to the toilet. Hold on, guys. Oh, shut up, growling. I need to go. Go to the toilet. I need to go, son. I need to go. He needs to go to the toilet. Alright, yeah, so let's just turn the dry weight up here. We can even do a bit of reverse in it. Sometimes cool to do like this. Don't have the tip of it, but then you can stretch out. And then what I like to do is bounce it down to audio so I can really tame the reverb tail and see exactly what it's doing. So, and again, this could just be a placeholder as well, and then really take some time. If I do like a more dingy kick and make one myself, then it could be perhaps, I mean, I could maybe take this kick that's here as well. What's this, the one I made? Yeah, that'd be better actually. Yeah, let's use that one. Because I spent ages on that kick, so I might as well use it. It's got loads of layers in it. So yeah, we're recording from there, and we want to get both sides. So yeah, we weren't using it there, we're going to put that over here, aren't we? And I could maybe use this in conjunction with the Kashmir kit because it's got this really cool. I don't want to take the transient off it. We'll take that away and just let that go in here. Yeah, good shout, Lunatic DJ. Some good suggestions, man. We maybe not need that now, let's see. This is another kick thing that I've done, which I'm not done anything with yet. For a build up, and then I've got another kick and bass that I made, which I've not you've not really heard yet. And then my little short one as well. There's another one. I forgot about that as well. Yeah, so we could maybe create some sort of build up here as well. It's quite cool actually. We could put that on a different channel. maybe take some of the bottom end off that so I can mix with this bouncy kick and bass. Because what I want to try and do is create like a mix of, you know, the cool harder style stuff that's happening, but also keep the authentic Lethal sound, like, you know, bring it up to date, but, you know, not sit in the past too much. So I'm trying to kind of create almost my own sound within, you know, the harder styles broader bracket. That's nice, man. What else we got? Sounds sick, thank you very much. What else we got? Oh, Pine Diving has subscribed for 11 months. Thank you so much. I would prefer you to pledge for the Kickstarter though, so we can make that happen. But I appreciate the subscribing. I'm going to be doing loads of these and loads more like DJ streams as well over the course of the what do you call it, the campaign for the Kickstarter. And then when the campaign finishes and fingers crossed we've hit the target, then I'll be getting down to just pure writing music. So I'll still jump on and do some production streams and stuff, and I'll try and do some other ones. Festival season's about to start, and you know, I'm getting pretty busy gig wise as well, so yeah, I will get on Twitch as much as possible. I do miss doing the regular Twitches, to be honest. Wee question for you guys, like for DJ streams, what would be your preferred day for me doing them? I know it's quite a broad question it's different for different people. I think midweek obviously makes more sense. I did enjoy doing the morning ones for the Australian lot. They were really cool to do when I was doing lockdown. My Australian friends, if you'd want me to do some of those again, that'd be cool. But one of those fist pump moments, yes, Lunatic DJ, I'd like to hear that. So yeah, this kind of came out of nothing, this almost, this little pluck sound, and just humming a melody, and this is where we've got to. Now I need to maybe edit the vocal to make sense about this.
Our story of one man.
Oh, now I've got this high pass filter as well.
Our story of one man. A man searching out danger, looking into the eyes of death, confronting fear face to face. His motto is to go hard, live fast, and die young. He's a car crashing.
So we need to think about the vocals a bit too much there. We need to think about what parts of the vocal we're going to use.
He's a car crashing, train jumping, skydiving.
It's my favourite line.
Bulletproof idiot.
Sounds like me. Bulletproof idiot.
Train jumping, skydiving, car crashing, He is known as Stuntman.
We definitely need Stuntman to come in before the whole melody thing drops. So we know that works. We need to do like a reverse reverb for that vocal as well, just like we did with the leads, which would be really cool to do. It'd be really, really, really cool. So I'm just going to consolidate that.
Stuntman.
So let's just we need producer packs. Where's my sample packs? Producer packs. There's my Joey Riot one. Down sweeps. Yeah, something like that would do maybe. Or, yeah, I'll just use this one for now. I'm not going to stress too much about sweeps and stuff. These are... Now, with this part here, I think the melody could go on for days here, you know, but I think we could maybe build it up.
Stuntman.
got to keep going. Fun. Needs to go up a key there. What key would it be? The high one, I guess. It's quite messy at the minute of the sub and everything, but I'm going to tidy all that up. It's really quick. That's the great thing about Ableton. I can really quickly do all that. Cypher saying, you leaving this stream on once it's finished so we can watch back? Yeah, I mean, it'll be on Twitch. They don't stay on Twitch for super long, but if you head over to my YouTube, youtube.com/user/Lethal Theory Records, it'll be on there for eternity. So you can watch this back and see what you can pick up if it takes your fancy. And if you really want to learn, make sure you go on my production academy, hustlemusic.pro, which is part of the Kickstarter project, of course. You can go and grab that tier, and you don't have to have the money in your bank for any of these tiers right now. You just pledge now. It'll come out in 27 days time. So yeah, just if you're going to have the dosh, then I suggest you go and pledge now, because then it just gets us up closer to the target, and there's more chance of this all happening, you know. So it's great you can really go in like this with just not having to go into the MIDI parts, like doing this kind of stuff in Cubase, for instance. You have to go in, it's just a headache basically. Which build up, especially something like a build up, which can be a really like long, laborious process. Being able to do it like this just saves, you know, loads of time. So let's just see, that is going to be that long than that. So that's got to be going here. This is a great thing about using these kind of 8-bar sections. I'll use my little sidechain trigger here. I can see how long the build-up's got to be. So we've already, we can snap that back to here. And that'll finish there with a space. Stuntman. Obviously roll all this stuff up as well, doing drum rolls with this. We'll get our snare rolls in, we'll get all the bits and pieces happening, put some pitch things going on, but do it quite rough to get that here. Of that. Don't catch it right, it doesn't copy properly, so let's just make sure get that all tight. I think that's it. Snare rolls going on for days. That's a clap. We don't need that container, I don't think. Filters on everything. Okay, it's getting closer to some sort of finished. Could probably use, and this is the thing, utilise what you've got already. So we've got this break bass section at the start where everything rises up. So I'm going to take that, just fire it here. We've got the pitch shifter. Bring that all the way back, so we've just got one long note. Same with this one. Don't know if we need them all in this. It's coming in too early. It needs to come in there. We could even start maybe try pitching that up as well with our make sure that goes after the filter. Got a lot of stuff happening there. Oh, didn't mean to press randomize. Let's fire that back behind the easy filter. Open it out. Shorten these a little bit so they're less messy. Easy filter for the win. Super simple, does the job every time. Same here. Might just grab the same filter settings. You get all the automation as well when you do that. Something doesn't sound quite right. I think maybe these snares are a bit ski with. Yeah, there's something off at the end of the other snare. Pretty intense build up. So yeah, maybe some more vocal in that breakdown could work. Beamer Ron saying all I've seen is lines, dots, and weird stuff. It's black magic. Yeah, there's a bit of voodoo in it. But when you get into this and you do it all the time, it becomes it's really annoying because I can't listen to a piece of music without breaking it down in my head and like seeing all the blocks and the line going through it, and I just don't enjoy music. I enjoy it a different way as a producer, but you don't just like shut your eyes and like disappear. Sometimes I do, but most of the time my brain can't help it. It just starts stripping the song back into, even if it's some shitey pop song on the radio, or my brain just like takes it all apart and I see all the layers and the line going through it, and I pick out all the filter changes and anything production wise. I try to figure out what's going on in it, and it can be quite annoying. But yeah, it's the plushies outweigh the negatives of making music. I guess the only time I don't really do that is when I'm playing it, DJing it myself. If somebody else is DJing, I'll do that as well. I'll break it all down in my head. But if I'm DJing on my own, I kind of just get right into it, and that's the only time I can really lose myself in music these days, which is a bit of a shame, man. Quite a sad story. All right, where are we? So that's the build kick, I guess. Build filter kick.
Stuntman.
We need some sweeps and swooshes and stuff in there. Okay, I'm just going to bounce this whole vocal together so I can like strip back what bits I need. Because the vocal came in just at the start here.
Stuntman. Our story of one man. A man searching out danger. Our story of one man. A man searching out danger. Looking into the eyes of death. Confronting fear face to face. Man.
Yeah, that's the one. I think just get the little timing of that right.
Stuntman.
Don't even know if you need that there.
Our story of one man. A man search man's danger. Our story of one man. A man searching out danger. Looking into the eyes of death. Confronting fear face to face. Stuntman.
This pad, I think, is too much there. I'm going to get rid of that.
Confronting fear face to face. Stuntman.
It's a bit heavy, that as well, like the holding. So what's happening is the sub's coming in and it's reacting not so great with what we've got going on. Those bass frequencies are all clashing. We've got like a click happening there as well, which isn't nice. Let me see that. That's got to go. Can fix that just with a bit of jiggery pokery. Bit of fading. Happy days. So much cleaner.
Face to face. Stuntman.
So we can maybe add some more to the vocal from
Skydiving. Bulletproof idiot. To and die young. He's car crashing. Train jumping. Skydiving. Bulletproof idiot. To his mother.
we just lose that bit.
As Eugene Fordyke. But to us, he is known as Bulletproof Idiot. He is known as Stuntman.
We could do a build up with Stuntman, the word Stuntman. What I need to do with this is I'll need to put another track spacer on because the vocals kind of getting lost the lead group. So we've got track spacer here already set up to the vocals, so I just need to copy it from that lead to the other lead.
He's a car crashing, train jumping, skydiving, bulletproof idiot. He is known as Stuntman.
Man. How do we do that? Stuntman. Do we stretch it out?
Stuntman.
Maybe stretching it. It'll be better.
Stuntman. Man.
This is going to be tricky to do. What I need to try and do here.
Stuntman.
I'm going to stretch this as much as I can, and then I'm going to pitch it up to this point here. A wee bit tricky, but let's see. Times 2. Keep going until we can't go anymore.
Stuntman.
Let's see.
Stuntman.
Don't any changes there.
Stuntman.
You just need to find this constant, you know. That's the one. Find the halfway point, double it up. Then once we get it all sitting rhythmically, then we'll pitch it, and then one more stump in at the end. Stuntman. Seal. We will combine all of this. Haha. Let's see. Actually, there's some really cool bits in this that I think would be nice for little stabs. So I've got this break here, but I'm thinking there's not a break without a drop with just a kick and bass, which could be the intro thing. So if we just move a whole track forward a bit, because this section's just really cool, man.
Stuntman.
These little stabby bits over like kick and bass would be tremendous. Especially this little filtered one. Like I have a like mini breakdown with this kind of stuff going on.
Stuntman.
Stuntman. Was in the right gear now. We'll get a different kick and bass to go over that section. Yeah, that's in key.
Stuntman.
Cool. I'm just going to keep that there. That's a section to do later.
Stuntman.
So where are we? Let's just pitch this up. So we're going to do just have it in complex for now. Gain, transposition. Pick where we're going to pitch it.
Stuntman.
It sounds a bit naff, but we've got a bunch of tricks we can do to this to make it sound a bit better. Try a different algorithm.
Stuntman.
So it sounds a bit naff when it gets high, but this Redux plugin is really cool for just to the rate down at the end. As things get high, you can really distort them and degrade them. I'm also going to put this on its own channel, so it'll be minus 6.5, 6.5. Let's see, put it down there. I'll grab that. The EQ is better. We want the EQ to be the same. Well, actually, probably a bit different. I'm going to put a filter on here. Easy filters on everything. Such a cool plugin. Put it on that one. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Undo if unsure.
Stuntman. Stuntman.
Now, there's a bunch of things we could do there. We could have it come in with the melody straight away. We could have like a false drop. I don't know if I'm going to do it, go that far tonight, because I want to kind of keep you guessing, and have something for you to, hear after. But let's just have a wee feedback on what we've done. Let's see what we've done from here.
Our story of one man. A man searching out danger, looking into the eyes of death, confronting fear face to face. His motto is to go hard, live fast, and die young. He's a car crashing, train jumping, skydiving, bulletproof idiot. To his mother, he is known as Eugene Fordyce. But to us, he is known as Stuntman. Go hard. Bulletproof idiot. Our story of one man. A man searching out danger. Looking into the eyes of death. Confronting fear face to face. Stuntman. He's a car crashing.
Didn't even realise that fucking filter was down that leader one. It sounds a bit fucking moody, but
face to face. Stuntman. a car crashing, train jumping, skydiving, bulletproof idiot. He is known as Stuntman. Stuntman.
Yeah. I mean, I'm almost hearing it doing like a fake melody drop, and then coming in with something ruthless. Maybe just the kicks on their own, giving it fucking. Do you know what I mean? Maybe something like that could be really cool. I might even just, again, sketching ideas is important. Just because you can set a placeholder, and I think this is how I kind of work. As I do like sections like this, I'll work for a bit, and I'll think like this could be an idea, and what I'll do is I'll kind of pencil it in, and see what I think when I come back to the project again, rather than like just hammering away at it and getting writer's block and frustrated. I get to that point where I'm like, yeah, this is the point where I should just take stock and think about like are the ideas exactly where I want them to be. So I'm going to do this for now. Stuntman.
Stuntman. Bulletproof. Stuntman.
So I'll just lay that kick kind of down here at the moment, like so. Ready for a potential drop idea. And the thing is, like, these are all just like ideas that are all interchangeable. I kind of just keep going until like this arrangement as it is might not go like that, but I just get all the ideas together, see what direction sounds best, and then figure out like, do I do this breakdown at the start, do I have that halfway through, do I have it at the end, and kind of figure that out as I get to more like the stage where I've exhausted all the ideas and I've got like enough stuff there, and then I think about like where the sections are going to go in the track. So yeah, I think we'll wrap it up here at this point. I'll just say to all you lovely lot, thank you so much for tuning in. Some great questions on Twitch, and some cool feedback that's really helped to shape the direction of this track, so appreciate every one of you who've pitched in. Anybody that's not been a producer and stuck through it or not dabbled in this kind of stuff, fair play to you, because it can be kind of boring sometimes just watching somebody twiddling knobs and dials. You don't know what they're doing, but hopefully you can see how much kind of work goes into making a decent track, and there's still a long way to go with this song, but you can see today we've created a really cool lead, and we've got potential ideas for drops, and I'll come back to that and see where we're going next time. Don't forget, we're relaunching the record label, so I need you all to get your pledges in now. Kickstarter, search Rave, Riot, Lethal Theory label relaunch. Your money doesn't come out until June the 3rd, I believe it is, 27 days time, so you can pledge now, pick your tier. Be great to see some of you guys that are in here on the hustlemusic.pro Academy. Pick those tiers there if you want to go on that, and you can learn all of this stuff. Like I really go really deep into the weeds with all these processes, everything I do, and I make sure that all the students figure everything out before we move on to the next section. And I cover every single thing that you need to learn to make a track: bass, kick and bass, lead production, music theory, arrangement, formulating ideas, you name it, anything that you need to make a track we cover in the hustlemusic.pro Academy and on that tier. And also you can get all the sound banks, sample packs, everything else from hustlemusic.pro. So yeah, thank you once again. Cheers to Cypher for pitching in there with the links and stuff like that. And you can watch this again on the YouTube link, which is in the chat on Twitch as well. So yeah, I'll end it here. I'm going to go get some dinner. Happy Sunday, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, and I'll see you very soon for some more streams.